Good morning everyone, this is Maple Takadena and in today's video I will discuss the parts of the microscope. The parts of the microscope. Having been constructed in the 16th century, microscopes have revolutionized science with their ability to magnify small objects, such as microbial cells, producing images with a definitive structure that are identified and characterized. Microscopes are the instruments that are used in science laboratories to visualize very minute objects such as cells, microorganisms, having a constructing image that is magnified. Microscopes are made up of lenses for magnification, each with their own magnification power. Depending on the type of lens, it will magnify the specimen according to the focal strength. Their ability to function is because they have been constructed with special components that enable them to achieve high magnification level. They can view very small specimens and distinguish their structural differences. For example, the view of animals and plant cells, viewing of microscopic bacterial cells. Parts of a microscope. Microscopes are generally made up of structural parts of holding and supporting the microscope and its components, and the optical parts which are used for magnification and viewing of all specimen images. The description defines the parts of microscope and the function they perform to enable visualization of specimen. There are three structural parts of the microscope. First one is the head. This is also known as the body. It carries the optical parts in the upper parts of the microscope. The second one is the base. This is the base. Its act as microscope support. It also carries the microscopic illuminator. The third one is the arm. This is the arm. This is the part connecting the base and the head, the eyepiece tube to the base of the microscope. It gives support to the head of the microscope and it's also used when carrying the microscope. Some high-quality microscopes have an articulated arm with more than one joint, allowing more movement of the microscopic head for better viewing. There are optical parts of the microscope and their function. The optical part of the microscope are used to view, magnify, and produce an image for a specimen placed on the slide. Those are the parts include the eyepiece, also known as the ocular. This is the eyepiece. Its stand magnification intended by with an optical eyepiece having magnification from 5 by minus 30 by. This part used to look through the microscope. It's found at the top of the microscope. The next one is eyepiece tube. This is the eyepiece tube. In some microscopes, such as the binocular, the eyepiece tube is flexible and can be rotated for maximum visualization. For variance in the distance, the monocular microscope, they are non-flexible. The next one is objective lens. This is the objective lens. There are about 1 to 4 objective lenses placed on the microscope. In the some are rear, facing, and other face forward. Each lens has its own magnification power. The next one is nose piece. This is the nose piece, also known as the revolving turret. It holds the objective lens. The next one is the adjustment knobs. Adjustment knobs. Those are knobs that are used to focus the microscope. There are two types of adjustment knobs. Two types of adjustment knobs. The coarse adjustment knobs. Coarse adjustment knob focuses the image under the low power, usually to bigger knobs. And the second one is the fine adjustment knobs. Sharpens the image under all powers, usually the small knobs. Arms support the body tube and used to carry the microscope. The next one is stage. This is the stage of the microscope. The most common stage is an mechanical stage. The next one is aperture. This is the aperture of the microscope. This is a hole on the microscope stage, through which the transmitted light from the mic to the source reaches the stage. Second one is microscopic illuminator. This is a microscope-like source located at the base. It is used instead of a mirror. It captures light from an external sources of a low voltage of above 100 voltage. The next is condenser. In microscope, this is the condenser. Those are lenses that are used to collect and focus light from the illuminator into the specimen. They are found under the stage next to the diaphragm of the microscope. They play a major role in ensuring clear, sharp images are produced with a high magnification of 400x and above. The higher the magnification of the condenser, the more the image clarifies. More sophisticated microscopes come from an AB condenser that has a high magnification above 1000. Next is diaphragm. This is the diaphragm of the microscope. Once again, in a diaphragm, it is an adjustable apparatus, hence controlling the light intensity and the size of the beam of light that gets the specimen. For high-quality microscope, the diaphragm comes attached with an AB condenser, and combined they are able to control the light focus on the light intensity that reaches the specimen. Next is condenser focus knob. This is the knob that moves the condenser up or down, thus controlling the focus of light on the specimen. Next is AB condenser. The microscope, this is the AB condenser. This is condenser specially designed on the high-quality microscope, which make the condenser to be movable and allows very high magnification. The high-quality microscope normally have a high numerical aperture than that or objective lenses. Next is the last one, the rack stop. In microscope, this is the rack stop. It controls how far the stage should go, preventing the objective lens from getting too close to the specimen slide, which may damage the specimen. It is responsible for preventing the specimen slide from coming too far up and hits the objective lens. And that's all for this video. Thank you for listening.